Outer space. My life in orbit. I don't know why let's read that one. It's not real long. It's kind of long, but I already said we were. What's life in space like? Comfortable. Of course, not everything's a bed of roses. Gravity below 1G isn't great for your bones or muscles. Synthesized food isn't to die for, and stuff from Earth is as rare as it is expensive. If you live in a private orbital station, congrats, you're richer than me. You always see the same faces, but if you live in a hybrid station like the Crystal Palace, you have to live with the corporate bachelor parties every weekend. But don't let that put you off. There are many more upsides than downsides to living in orbit. I got all fucked up right there. First of all, safety. To get in orbit, you need a lot of zeros in your bank account, which means you won't see legions of homeless people, I can say skis, scazzed out gangsters or aggressive joy toys, the exception to that being the lunar colonies, but no self-respecting orbit dweller would ever set foot there. In other words, you can walk outside at night unarmed, without security, and come back home in one piece, wallet undisturbed. Amazing, right? Secondly, quality of service. Anyone in the customer service sector had to rack up enormous debt to come here. Their only hope to pay it off within their lifetimes is to rake in a lot, and I mean a lot, of tips, which means they'll bend over backwards to satisfy every whim. If you're an employer, you don't have to worry that an employee you just hired and trained at your expense will suddenly quit and go to work for the competition for a few extra eddies a week. Many stations, especially the private ones, simply don't have competition, and if they do, it's basically negligible. Arrangements can be made so situations like that don't occur. Thirdly, and most importantly, no government can tell you what to do. Where and how orbital stations are autonomous and governed by their own laws, and there aren't that many of them. If you can afford your own station, you're the undisputed lord and master of your little corner of space. You want to tie the help up to a whipping post when they make a mistake? Go right ahead. Want 5 wives or 4 husbands? I'm sure you'll have a line of willing volunteers.